What's up guys, it's JoshSnipes back with a brand new video. And guess what, today we're going to be taking a look at the sniper class. But before that, I just wanted to show you guys exactly what it looks like for that giant blimp to burn down and blow up across the map. So let's jump right into it. Most of the snipers are going to obviously have a sniper scope, but there's also a variant where you can take off the sniper scope, and there's also a trench variant where you will reload faster but the damage isn't as high. So with the sniper scope, there's going to be a 5x zoom, 6x zoom, 8x zoom, 10x zoom in case you're one of those people that sits all the way in the back of the map and shooting people, trying to shoot people in the head. There's also, it's very hard to do because the dial only goes to 300 meters, so if you're beyond that, you're going to have to guesstimate how high to shoot over someone unless you are looking straight at the objectives, which is what I do, to get an idea of how far they actually are. The purpose of the scout class, I called it sniper class earlier, but it's actually a scout class. The purpose of the scout class is to find people and spot them using Q. Obviously, when hardcore mode comes out, it's going to be a lot more difficult to do that because it's going to drop down faster. But here you can see that I'm trying to spot people for my teammates, and I'm also trying to take people out that are flanking my team. With this awesome scout class, you're going to get a heap load of gadgets. You have a flare gun, that's for spotting and for blinding people. The flare gun that blinds people, you probably want to shoot that into a house or into a group of people. It's really hard to see out of. The spotting you shoot up in the air and it'll show up on the mini-map for a little bit unless they're in the zone when it hits the ground. You also have a K-bullet, which is the anti-tank round, anti-vehicle round, whatever you want to call it. It does different damages to different vehicles. It does about 5 to 6 damage to heavy tanks and about 12 to 14 damage for the light tanks, and so on. It keeps going up as the armor gets lighter. There's also Tripwire bomb. You have a Tripwire for heavy, which is used, it's a lot of damage, it's usually for vehicles. You also have a trench periscope, a tripwire for gas that'll release gas as soon as it gets tripped, and an incendiary, which if someone trips it, it'll just explode like an incendiary grenade. The last gadget you get is actually, it's a stake on a head. They actually did use this in World War I and World War II, I believe. It was to distract other snipers, and it works just the same here. It'll give out the same glare and everything that your scope normally gives off. Now the question is, how should you use this class? You need to spot enemies for your teammates, especially if you're playing from the far back and you have an 8x or 10x zoom scope. You really need to spot people. Helps team out a lot. Use a flare gun if you're spotting, so shoot that up in the air for your teammates. Also, be aggressive with this class. Take out or pin down people so that your teammates can move up. I've had very many times where I've gotten around the other team, gotten behind them, and actually taken out enough people for my team to push through. Also make sure you have a secondary of choice, whichever pistol or whatever that you enjoy using that you're really good with. Also use the bayonet because it doesn't affect your in-game play. And say you need to take out one person inside a house, you can run straight at them and initiate that animation that you can't get out of. So it'll take them down and you'll be able to take that house over. So as a sniper, do not forget to play for your team. You have a spotting flare. If you use that, make sure you use spot a ton of people. Also, if you're sitting in the back, spot a ton of people. If you're playing it closer, make sure to shoot as many people as you can, pin them down. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for now. This is JoshSnipes signing off.